Hi everyone, this is Julie. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Nice and sunny where I am. And hopefully it's nice and sunny where you are, or you're just bringing the sunshine to your family and friends. I wanted to give you a few tips that kind of help me and help some of my family and friends on how to keep our emotions in check. You know, it's been a tough time right now, and people gosh, it's been way over a year, almost a year and a half now, with all this stuff going on in the world. So we all still need to go ahead and help get, keep ourselves calm, keep our emotions going. Gosh, if you're a parent, you need to keep calm just for your children, right? Just so they can kind of have a semi-normal life. Which now that things are starting to open up, we're all having a more normal life. But there's still some changes that are happening. But so let me give you some tips. All right, the first tip is to journal, right? And I know me, everybody's like, no, 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 we're not going to journal. We're not going to journal. I don't want to hear that. My head's going to explode if I hear that we're going to journal again. But you know what, you guys, it really works. It really, really works. And for me, I'm thinking, no, I don't want to journal, right? Because look at like all these, look how large I write, right? So when I journal, it takes me like, I swear, it takes me like 15 pages to journal just because I write so big. But you know what? That's okay. I use scratch paper. I get pads of paper. So you can just go ahead and just journal till your little heart's desire, right? You might want to I journaled when our dog passed away. You know, we had to put him to sleep, which really stunk. So what I did is I went ahead and just asked Monty for forgiveness for having to put him to sleep. But I know he's out of pain, and I know he's just in a better place. But for me, that was something um, that I cried when I journaled. Right when I was sitting there writing it, I sat there and cried and thought, oh my gosh, this is it's so sad. But you know what? It helped me release that energy that I had, that sad energy. I'll never forget him, never forget any of my fur animals that have passed away, right? But it just helped release that. And so what that does though is that actually opens up your soul to receive some good in. Right. So really, you guys, try doing some journaling. If you have somebody that really has gotten you really mad and you just need to let it go, journal about it, right? And say, so and so, this really got me mad when you did this and things. But for my goodness, I am gonna go ahead and release it. I'm going to go ahead and release that because I want more goodness to come in. So hopefully that little tip helps. I know everybody's like, no journaling, but give it a try. I'm telling you. All right. Now another thing that I like to do to help just keep my emotions in check, keep me calm, is I like to meditate. I'm a Cancer, right? So I'm a water baby, and I love the water. So when I like to meditate, I like to go sit by water, whether it be the river, a pool, a stream, whatever type of water is around. I just love to be by water. That just really calms me. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sit outside by we have a water feature, so I'll go ahead and sit outside by the water feature. I'll maybe put on like a just maybe a really mellow YouTube video to just kind of help me meditate, help me kind of just get out of my head and think about me, right? Get the day product, but the day problems gone, right? And just meditate. That really, for me, really, really helps. And so meditation is just another great way to go ahead and calm those emotions. So whatever, like my husband, he grew up where it rains all the time, so he loves to listen to the rain. So sometimes, when we're just trying to calm down, maybe for the evening, we'll just put some rain music on from YouTube. you know, something that we have. So definitely, you know, give meditation a try. And it doesn't mean that you have to sit there with your legs crossed, your arms folded, and you know, and be totally into like the Buddha sitting or anything. You can meditate anywhere. Again, I just sit in a seat by where I can hear my water feature. So definitely give it a try. See if that's something that will work for you. What happens? You know, it's like the worst you do is you lose maybe 5 or 10 minutes out of your day, and you just sit there and be quiet, right? It's just, I know, of a mother of four, grandmother of seven, I know quiet is wonderful, right? So just sit and listen and relax. All right, so number 3. And oh my God, Lord have mercy. This is probably the this is terrible to say, but the worst one that I like. But it's exercise, right? We all really need to exercise. We really do. Um, and for me, I am not a huge walker. I'm not a huge bicyclist or anything like that. But I am fortunate enough that we have a water feature that I can go in and exercise in and things. So you know, that's the way I exercise. You know, so but exercise just releases the hormones that help with our emotions, and it just releases the tension that we have. So definitely just you know, even if it's just walking to the mailbox and back, try it. You know, if you're feeling really stressed, sometimes I'll just walk around the block, right? And like I said at the beginning, I'm not a walker, but if I just walk around the block, sometimes it just helps to let off that steam, to, you know, just to get it going and things. We just to get the brain flowing correctly. You know, you can exercise by just, you know, moving up and down on your toes. You know, that's a good one. But you kind of want to, you know, sometimes when we lived in the snow, I would just like, and I didn't want to go out in the snow, but I needed to get some steam off. I would just walk around the house. You know, if you have a dog, they love to do it with you because the dog just thinks you're crazy, right? But even if it's just, you know, walking back and forth, lifting some cans. If you don't have weights, lift some cans. Gallons of milk are really good. And you know what, you guys, seriously, first thing in the morning before you do anything, and I have tried this and it does really work. I just forget sometimes. But the first 4 minutes that you wake up, and maybe you're waiting for your coffee pot to brew, right, or your coffee to brew, try doing some leg lifts. Try doing some arm movements just for 4 minutes. You guys, I'm telling you, just for 4 minutes. Walk around a circle in your kitchen. It really helps your system start that day with full of energy. It just starts getting the blood flowing to the brain. And I'm telling you guys, 4 minutes. Just try it for 4 minutes, and you'll notice a huge difference. And honestly, you guys, I did like leg lifts. I just kind of like, and I really noticed my legs. I'm like, wow, they're getting sore. And so it really worked. So 4 minutes. And even if you don't do it first thing in the morning, just try quick spurt 4 minute intervals throughout the day for energy. 4 minutes is nothing, right? I mean, good Lord have mercy. We could kids could just go and have fun for 4 minutes, and you can just spend that 4 minutes to yourself or get the kids involved, right? So again, just 4 minutes is going to go ahead and help. And that's exercise. Again, I'm not a big exerciser, but I can go ahead and put that 4 minutes in. And even if it's, you know, maybe I'm waiting for a video to load, or I'm waiting for commercials. Good Lord have mercy. Like Discovery Channel has a ton of video or a ton of commercials. So you could go ahead and do it through those commercials. So exercise, I know it's not a big one for all of us, but go ahead and do it. 4 minutes intervals, and it does help go ahead and remove some of that stress. All right. So speaking of exercise, speaking of stress, my 4th tip is sleep. Now we all have, well, shouldn't say we all. Ever since I became a mom, sleep is done, right? so sleep is hard. It's a really hard thing to come across. Sometimes people have a hard time shutting off their brain, which is what I had to do. But sleep is so important to our emotions, getting our hormones. Of course, while we sleep, our body starts rebuilding those cells, and keeps getting things becoming healthier and healthier. So the longer we sleep, it's a great thing, right? But as you get older, like myself, sometimes you have to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, right? And then what happens? You're awake, you go, and then you start thinking, what's going to happen during the day? What do I have to do first thing in the morning? Well, a little tip that I like to do is I take a drop of basil. Now, basil goes ahead and helps, at least I have found, with mind chatter. So I'll just take a little drop of basil and put it on my temples. And people are going to laugh. They're going to like basil. I'm like, yes, basil. Now you want to get 100% pure essential oils, a pure essential basil. Again, just put it on there. Smell the rest while you're falling asleep. And it does help, with mind chatter. It really helps. Another thing to help with sleep, and I do this all the time, is I put on a meditation video. I have an earpiece in my ear, so I can just listen to it while I'm falling asleep. So for me, it just helps comfort me. It takes my brain off of what's going on, what happened during the day, or what's going to happen tomorrow, or we all have that stuff. We all have that brain chatter. So I definitely do think that listening to meditation tapes, help at least, or YouTube's what I put on my phone for YouTube, and helps with me to put myself to sleep. So you might try that. There's some great channels out there. I'm sure there's probably, something that you like to listen to. I know my husband likes to listen to the rain. I personally like to listen to just the meditation music. There are some that have affirmations in them and things, but then that gets me thinking, gets my brain going. So definitely just give it a try, and and see how it works. What's going to hurt? Nothing, right? And then the fifth thing that I do for just with my emotions is I use essential oils, and they have so many different properties, healing properties and things. And I'm just going to talk about the emotion ones. But what I do is or the essential oils with emotions is I go ahead and I have lime, so I'm just going to put a drop, and lime is so refreshing and fruitful, right? So I just put a drop in my hand and then smell it, and it just brings up those happy emotions. I diffuse it in diffusers around my home, just to go ahead, depending on the mood and maybe the season. Like during the holidays, I like to go ahead and diffuse, wild orange or cinnamon, all kinds of different On Guard scents, cloves. That's really nice. In the summertime, I like to diffuse wild orange again, one of my favorites. Peppermint for energy. What are some of my other favorites? I love lavender at night. When I go to bed at night, I personally use clary sage for hormones, so I go ahead and diffuse clary sage. I also diffuse On Guard with it for immunity support, and I diffuse breathe just to go ahead and help, or peppermint, with the air while we're breathing at night and things. So you can use the essential oils for emotions. There's so many different options to go ahead and use these essential oils. So why don't you guys go ahead, if you have any comments or anything, let me know. Let me know what you do to get your emotions in check. Some people might take their dog for a walk. Some people might go for a swim. Some people might just sit on the couch and cry, right? I mean, and nothing is wrong with crying. Crying, actually, I'm a crier. I cry if I'm happy, cry if I'm sad, cry if somebody gives me flowers. I'm just a crier, right? I don't know if that's a cancer thing or what, but I'm just a crier. But what that does also is that gets it out of your system, right? It's like, okay, I've cried. It's out, all the negative stuff's out of my system. And now I can start and bring in the fresh again. So it's okay to go ahead and sit on the couch and cry if you want to, but pick yourself back up. Get yourself one of your favorite essential oils, give it a smell, and go on with your day. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed these 5 little tips that I have to get your emotions in check. And let me know what you think. And you guys have a fabulous day. Love y'all. Bye.